Well, on the 29th of August, that's 2 weeks today, the ULEZ extension will come in. I've got to tell you, living on the edges of Greater London and Kent, I have never seen such concern and such anger as I have over this issue. Pensioners that say they simply can't afford to go out to the shops if it's going to cost them £12.50. People who own horse boxes, none of which are ULEZ compliant. Indeed, where I live, on the borders, there are actually more horses than there are people. Now, it's all being done in the name of air quality, and yet, for nearly the whole of the outer London areas, air quality is simply not an issue. There have been various challenges to Mayor Khan. All of them have failed. And it seems the government, the national government, has not really been in fighting mood, because here's what the Secretary of State for Transport, Mark Harper, said in April in an interview with GB News' Camilla Tominey.
It is the Mayor of London's responsibility. The power to roll out schemes like that are devolved. So it is his responsibility, it is his decision, and my message is very clear. If you don't like what he's doing, then you'll have an opportunity, Londoners will have an opportunity in the ballot box next year to express that view very clearly. You're right, it's unpopular. I've had it raised with me by lots of people, not just in London but around London. But I don't have the power to stop it happening. It's a devolved responsibility. The Mayor of London is responsible for it. He is accountable, and it's for voters to hold him accountable.
Well, I'm sorry, Mark Harper. I disagree with that fundamentally. I think you do have the power. I think you do have the ability to act, and to wait until next May will be too late for so many people and so many businesses that simply won't be able to survive. Here, folks, is how the government can do it. In 1999, the Greater London Authority Act went through. That was the act that created the London Assembly, created the Mayor. And Article 143 of that act, directions by the Secretary of State. 1. Where the Secretary of State considers that the transport strategy is inconsistent with national policies relating to transport, and the inconsistency is detrimental to any area outside Greater London, he may direct the Mayor to make such revisions of a transport strategy in order to remove the inconsistency as may be specified in the direction. And it goes on in the second part to basically say that that's what the Mayor will have to do. So let's look at this. What is without doubt is that Khan's policy of ULEZ extension is detrimental. That's the word. It is detrimental to every county that borders Greater London, whether it's Essex or Kent or Surrey or round, to Bedfordshire, or wherever it may be. It is, because the number of people living outside the ULEZ area who've got their vans, who go into London to do their business, nurses that live outside of Greater London, who've got cars that aren't compliant. And remember, the only people that will pay this charge are those who haven't got the money to have new compliant motor cars. This is a tax on the poorer end of society. So that's without doubt that it's detrimental to areas outside of Greater London. The question would be, is it inconsistent with national policies relating to transport? Well, you could argue that during Boris's green phase, that probably when Khan put this forward, the Conservative Party wasn't that bothered about it. But there's been a big change in this. And at the moment, the Conservatives do not support this ULEZ charge. And interestingly, nor does Sir Keir Starmer. Because not only has he said he would not support ULEZ-style zones going around other towns and cities in this country, he's also now said he's opposed to this one. So the Conservatives have a chance to delay all of this. And yes, of course, Sadiq Khan may take them to a judicial review to test the law. But that would kick the can way down the road, certainly past the mayoral elections next May, and even perhaps quite close to the next general election. This is something the Conservatives could do that would boost their popularity and, frankly, I think split the Labour Party in many ways and save many, many people, pensioners, small businesses, those who haven't got expensive motor cars, save them from an awful lot of pain. It seems to me to be absolutely a no-brainer that Mark Harper needs to liven up, roll his sleeves up and get involved in the fight. But has he got the bottle? Will you tell me? Farage at gbnews.com. Has he got the bottle?